Hello and welcome. This is Raphael speaking, and this is a presentation of my final project entitled Girls Parking Lot. Uh, it, on the address below, you can find all the source code of this application. Okay, Raphael slash garage parking lot at GitHub. So let's talk a little bit about, let's give the project an overview. So the purpose of the project is to create a web-based application system that allows the company to have better control of the flux of cars in a parking lot, as well as ensuring that the customers or users' data is being safely stored. So the main technologies used here, um, NetBeans 8.2 as IDE for PHP, PHP uh, as the background language, CodeIgniter as the framework, some aspects of JavaScript, jQuery, and CSS, MVC Model View Controller as the software design pattern. I'm sorry, PHP MyAdmin in order to handle the database, Bootstrap framework, XAMPP using Apache, and MySQL as local servers. So the main goals are to get acquainted with new technologies and programming languages, define a database and layout of the application, database development and connection, connect the front end with the back end, implement debugging to every step as the enforcement of good practice, and complete the final project. So now, let's take a look at the application itself. Okay, so first of all, I'll just log out so you can have a look at the login page. The login page is quite simple. All the users gotta do is to add their email, to type in their email and password, and the system will grant instant access if they're using the right email and password. For instance, let me use an, uh, an email or password that hasn't been registered. So it denies access and asks user to verify their email, either the email or password. So now let's use a valid user, and then all good. We have access to the system. So here I didn't have time to get my home page done yet, but that's the next step we'll take in the next couple of days. Here I have the park functionality. I didn't have time to complete it as well, but the core and the index layouts, they're pretty much done. So if I click on edit, here I have an error as well that is still under construction, and new as well, still under construction. So from monthly payers to payment type, we follow a very similar structure. So the same structure we've just seen in Park, and here I have a new button, okay, um, and here I have an edit and delete button. Quite simple and straightforward. So let's try to add a new customer here. So maybe Mr. Carlos Souza. I'm going to use some random information. So Carlos So city of Galway, I'm sorry, city of Dublin, Dublin County, Dublin. Very good. So here on extra information, I can add some information like the user think is relevant for the next user to see or to be aware of. So, and here I have the due date as well. So due date, all good. So let's check. Submit. So, okay. Uh, yeah, I forgot to add the number. That's it. So here I have Mr. Carlos. I can see him right. Let me just update here on a database. All good. And now I want to delete maybe Mr. Roger. And there goes Mr. Roger. So for manage pricing, we have pretty much the same idea. I can add buttons. Maybe I can put it that's not active. The main problem here that I couldn't like solve yet is that as I edit some of the fields, they're duplicating information. And that, as I mentioned in the report as well, this is one of the things I have to check why this information is being uh, doubled as I edit the users I have available. But here, if I want to maybe a medium category, no, maybe. So I can also add it uh, easily add a new category if I want another one. So for managing users, just the same. All the users I have here, they are on the database as well. So in case I want to delete one of them, let's see, Mr. Astas. Very good. So this is just a test, of course, okay? And new button working just the same. I won't be adding my user here because it would take a lot of time, but it's basically following the same code and monthly pair, so it's working just fine as well. Oh yeah, here's something I have to fix is my cancel button is not leading me to the index page, so I have to check that as well. So if I want to submit, all right, it is going to tell me that the name field is required, all the fields are required. So that's the manage user area. And here I have a fairly simple area, which is to edit system information. So let's see here, just maybe let me add some other number, and I want to change the name of the company here for Dur's parking lot instead of Gary's, and maybe change the mobile number as well. Okay, here you can add a new URL, maybe durparkinglot.com and parking lot at Gmail. And maybe I can add, oh, an interesting thing. My first idea was to have like a PDF receipt after the user checks out, and this message will be connected to it, will be linked to it. So I just submit data is being updated, all good here as well. And here I have the payment type, which is following basically the same idea here. I can add, I want to add maybe check. Yes, active, yes. There it is, check. And here I have the same problem, duplication of data. And that's the next thing I gotta solve. And here I have debit card, cash, and check. If we check the connection with the database, one by one, we can see that the payment type here, payment type, all of them are being connected to the database. Manage users, all the users are here, manage pricing, and etc. and etc. I think that's pretty much it. As I showed you guys before, there's some extra functionalities here up here. If I want to go full screen, that's an option as well. And here I have some fields. I have to add some other functionalities to it. Okay, here notifications are working just fine, but here are messages. We have I have to work a little bit more on it. That I found it a little bit complicated, but I'll be implementing that in the next few weeks. Uh, that's basically it. If you want to log out, all you gotta do is to click here and then you're out. So that's it for now. Thank you very much for your attention and see you next time.